Good morning. I'm David Crenshaw, the General Manager of the Whitman Expos. Thank you for being here with us this morning. Philadelphia, as we all know, has played an important role in our nation's history. It also played a critical role in the life of our nation's 16th president. And so we thought it was fitting to have him here to inaugurate our festivities here in the city of brotherly love. Abraham Lincoln possessed, in full measure, qualities that we prize as numismatists. First and foremost, naturally, honesty. Secondly, Lincoln possessed a strong sense of history, which we also prize. He was also known for his striking intelligence, a quality any good student of numismatics must have. And finally, and perhaps equally to the point this morning, eloquence. We're pleased, therefore, to have him with us this morning and to say a few words to get us started. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to introduce to you the 16th President of the United States, the Honorable Abraham Lincoln.
Thank you. Well, good morning and welcome. I am so excited to be here and to be in the company of one of our most famous founding fathers. I am filled with deep emotion finding myself standing here where we're collected together the wisdom, the patriotism, and the devotion to principle from which sprang the institutions under which we live today. Every sentiment politically and patriotically that I have sprang directly from the sentiments in the Declaration of Independence, which originated and was signed in this very city not far from here in Independence Hall. And friends, I believe that today, more than ever before, we need to remind ourselves of the great price that was paid for that independence, of how that price was paid and of who paid it. Because of the many struggles that our nation has endured, we Americans have become more attached to one another, more firmly bound to this country in which we inhabit. And because of the great sacrifices already made, and for the great sacrifices yet to be made, we will all of us be better men, women, and children in this age and time and country in which we live. Now, we speak a lot about rights, freedom, and liberty in this country of ours. I have always believed that each individual is naturally entitled to do as he pleases with himself and the fruits of his labor, so long as it does not interfere with any other man's freedom. We speak a lot about liberty, and yet the world has never had a good definition of the word liberty. I believe that the American people, as well as the world, are just now in great need of one. Now, I hope that this morning, all of us here speak out on behalf of liberty. But friends, when we use the same word, we don't all mean the same thing. For example, the shepherd drives the wolf from the sheep's throat. The sheep praise the shepherd as a liberator, while the wolf, who was only trying to feed his starving family, denounces the shepherd as the destroyer of liberty. It's plain that the wolf and the sheep cannot agree upon what the word liberty means, and that same difference prevails among some people in this world today. But friends, just what constitutes the bulwark of our freedom, our liberty, and our independence? It's not our frowning battlements, our bristling seacoast, or even our armies and navies. No, these are not our reliance against tyranny. For you see, all these things could be turned against us without making us any weaker. Our reliance against tyranny is in the love of freedom and liberty which God has placed in each and every one of us. Our defense against tyranny is in the spirit which prized freedom and liberty as the heritage of all men in all lands everywhere.
Can I have your attention?
Destroy that spirit, and you will have planted the seeds of tyranny at your own doorsteps. My countrymen, I make you this solemn promise. No tyrannical dictator in the world, with all the armies of all the earth, can ever take by force one single drink of water from the mighty Ohio River, or leave one single footprint in the Blue Ridge Mountains in the trial of 1,000 years. As long as the lamps of freedom and liberty burn in your hearts, there will never be any doubt that all men everywhere are created equal, and that God truly does bless America. Thank you. Well, Mr. Franklin, would you help me? Please? Oh, Mr. Jefferson. Mr. Jefferson, could you help Mr. Franklin and I open the event?
I'm going to let him.
All right.
He's so much younger than I am.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to welcome you to the Whitman Coin and Collectibles Pennsylvania Expo. Yeah. Very good, sir. Very good, sir. Come on.
I was afraid. No, I wasn't.
Well, I bring them to life.
Yeah.
And now if you... Wow. This is fantastic. $100, and it's now worth $300.
David, this is your first effort in Philadelphia. What do you think?
I think it's fantastic. It's exceptional. Hopefully we're raising the bar for other conventions of this caliber.
People have talked about how well laid out it is and how easily accessible things were. What was involved in planning it?
I tell you what, this event has been nearly 2 years in the making, and it's and just a lot of people doing a lot of hard work, from our first phone call to the Visitors Bureau here in Philadelphia, to the time that we made arrangements to sign a contract here at the Pennsylvania Convention Center, and then coming here in April for a pre-meeting with all their staff and with the local union and so forth like that to work all the logistics and the details out, and then to finally to where we are here today and to actually see all this wonderful stuff come together that we've been working. Of course, the whole Whitman team, you know, from my staff right on down to our art department, to our exhibitor services director, and all of our host hotels and so forth, have just been fantastic in making this a reality for us.
And why Philadelphia?
Well, obviously because of its historical significance. It's the cradle of our history, and of course, coin collectors, the majority of us are history buffs anyway, and it just kind of made a lot of sense. Also, there's been one other convention here, and it's been probably one of their most heavily attended conventions, so we definitely wanted to be able to tap into that market, come into an area where there is such enthusiasm for coin collecting, and be able to just bring them a first-rate caliber expo to where they can come in here and buy, sell, and trade coins, or they don't even have to do that. They can come in and enjoy all the wonderful exhibits that we have and just see some really, really neat coins, metals, tokens, and paper money.
And where else does Whitman hold conventions?
We hold conventions in Baltimore 3 times a year, and we'll have our first convention in Nashville, Tennessee next year in the spring of 2010. So that'll be a total of 5 conventions next year, or 5 opportunities you have throughout the year to come to one of our expos.
All right, well, best of luck.
Well, thank you.
David, how's this convention been?
This has been a great show. I mean, this has been 4 days that I've never been so tired in my life. We've had a constant, steady stream of people coming in. This is the first show that they've ever had in Philadelphia for the Whitman Exposition, and it's a spectacularly attended show.
And what have they done to make it such a good convention?
Well, I think they really did a very, very good job of advertising, getting the word out, getting people to come down. I've had people bringing their treasures from everything from the sock drawer to the safe deposit box in here.
You've been busy with people. What are some of the things you've seen?
Well, I think if I see one more Whitman catalog of pennies, I'm probably going to die. But I've looked at everything from 90% silver up to really rare coins. We've had people coming in with silver dollar collections that have been pretty spectacular. One guy came in with a full original pan pack set with the holder and the copper frame and the box, which we purchased. We're having the coins graded right now, so I don't have them to show you, but that was a pretty exciting event.
And do a lot of good things like that come into shows? Is it worthwhile for people to come down to visit someone like yourself to show them these items?
Oh, absolutely. As a matter of fact, it's the best thing in the world to come down to a big show like this and be able to interact with all the coin dealers here. And, you know, to come right up to our table and ask us, it makes the show exciting for us too.
Tell me, the Whitman Expo's introduced a new Twitter account.
Yes, indeed.
What is this and how does it work?
Well, you know, Whitman's always been on the cutting edge of technology. They're known throughout the numismatic world as the leaders in many respects, and so this is consistent with that. We're trying to tap the power of social media over time to share information with people who of genuine value that they can use to make the best of their hobby, to get the most out of it. So we have a Twitter feed, which is @WhitmanCoin, and we also have a Facebook page that people can become a fan of, and that's Whitman Coin. And of course, we also have a web presence, WhitmanCoinCollecting.com, and all three really kind of work together to provide genuine value to users.
What kind of response has been to it so far?
Well, we just launched it. In fact, part of the effort is this show, and so you may notice around the bourse we've got wooden nickels that have our various social media assets printed on them. And so we think it's going to be a learning process. You know, social media is a big fad right now, certainly, but we think it's the kind of thing that works best over the long term. So it's going to take some time for people to get used to it. I think a lot of our customers and users probably have not joined Twitter yet. And so what we want to do is bring them in. In fact, we have some promotional material that says, finally, there's a reason to be all of Twitter, because with this feed, you can get information that's useful. We'll be sending out, throughout the course of the week here at Philly, we'll probably be sending out 100 or more tweets that have information about what you can do at the show, reminders about appearances by historical characters, free seminars and presentations and talks. So a wide range of things that we think people will find useful once they get accustomed to the technology.
If someone wants to learn to tweet,
Yes.
how does one do so?
Well, they just need to come see us. We're over here by the information booth. We're all set up to give a demo, and we'd love to show you how. And the Facebook, I think, is probably something that more people are familiar with at this point. And just search for Whitman Coin there, and the rest will take care of itself.
Well, best of luck.
Thank you, sir.
Charles, why have you come to the Whitman Coin Show?
Well, I heard about it at my coin club, the mainline coin club in Havertown, and since it was so close, and I haven't been to a big show in quite a few years, I thought I'd come check it out and see if I could pick up a couple items.
And what kind of collector are you?
Standing limited quarters for many, many years, and I'm also interested in other series, Buffalo nickels, and some foreign, like Australian and Great Britain.
And how have you found the convention so far?
Well, I just got here, but since I took the subway and no parking hassle, I'm pleased so far. I'm looking forward to it.
Why have you come to the Whitman Coin Convention?
Well, we're here to promote and sell the Louis Braille Bicentennial Silver Dollar. The National Federation of the Blind actually is the organization that advocated with Congress to get this coin minted, authorized and minted. And we did that because only 10% of all blind children in America have the opportunity to learn Braille. And we wanted this coin, this unique commemorative coin, to bring attention to that issue and to help raise funds for that issue.
So, how has the response been at the convention so far?
Oh, excellent. People are very interested in the coin. They realize that it's unique because it's the first U.S. coin to have proper tactile Braille. It says BRL in Braille, which is the proper contraction for Braille, since it is the Louis Braille Bicentennial Silver Dollar. This is Louis Braille's 200th birthday in 2009.
And what was involved in having it commemorated on a coin?
Well, the National Federation of the Blind advocated for a law with the United States Congress. We had members in our members and blind people throughout the entire country calling their members of Congress, talking about the crisis in Braille literacy and how this would help solve the crisis. And then we worked with the United States Mint to help design the coin, to help make sure that it reflected the opportunity and the optimism that we have regarding Braille. And now that it's been minted, we're telling people about the coin. We're very excited about, and people don't know that much about it. And when they learn about the story, and they said, not only is it a great coin, but we want to be part of the solution, and we want to help participate.
How does someone find out more about your organization?
They can go to our website, www.nfb.org, and certainly there they can find out not only about us, but also about the coin.
I'll show you one more thing that's rare.
Couple of months, that's it, you know what I mean?
It's an 06C3, so that's another.
And I'm the author of the Top 100, co-author with Jeff Oxman of the Top 100 Morgan Dollar Varieties, the Van Keys. And I'm pleased to announce that our new 4th edition is out. This is a revision from the 1997 edition. It's been about a dozen years, but we have a new book with a new color cover, 50 pages longer than the previous edition, and it's chock full of information about top 100s. Now, there have been new top 100s that have joined this book as a result of die marriages. There's new information about populations, certified populations, about rarity, about pricing that's been changed, and there's new information, a whole chapter on rotated reverses. This book was a hit when it came back out in 1997, and already we're 1,000 orders the first week, and delivering some more orders here to Wizard Supply. So if you get a chance, get your copy. You can get it through any distributor, or if need be, come to my website at rcicoins.com, or give me a call or email me at fams@aol.com, or call me at 973-252-4000. Be happy to get your copy.
To what do you attribute the popularity of VAMs?
Well, this book literally caused a revolution in variety collecting. The big VAM book, which had about 3,000 different varieties, was just too much to collect. This book focused on the rarest, most popular ones. The format is such, it's got one page, it shows through pictures how to identify one if you can find it, and you will find them if you look. And it just made these things very popular. Everybody started to collect them because they're neat varieties. The one that's the king is that's pictured on the cover is the Van 44 with triple blossoms on the obverse. The Scarface has become very popular, and these coins have quadrupled and even much more in price over the last several years. So it's a great area to collect. Rick, why have you come to Philadelphia?
Well, it's a good northeastern show. A lot of people around here. A lot of scent collectors. My specialty.
How's the convention been so far?
It's been great. It's been great. A lot of sales and just a lot of good activity going on here. This is the first time Whitman has put on the show in Philadelphia, and I think it's been a big hit.
Market's kind of slow in the rest of the economy. How has that affected the coin collectors?
Well, for a little bit, you know, while people were scared back last year when there was a credit crunch, didn't know the future. Now we find people buying coins readily, and as far as what I've seen, we don't see a recession in the coin business. So it's been very good. Okay, high gold and silver prices help, but for all collectibles, nice stuff is selling very well.
Coffee doesn't fit in there, but if he brings a thermos, he can get coffee.
I was talking to a lovely young woman who, like every good parent, wished to see that her child had a good education, and he found himself somewhat bored by his history classes in school. But when he was inspired by looking at currency, by holding coins and dollars and currency in his hand from a previous age, he was inspired to study the history behind it. So he found himself drawn into the ancient worlds. And through coins and through money and through currency and through the study of it, he has found his eyes opened to a whole new world of history and enlightenment.
And have you thought about your image or your husband's being on coinage?
Well, wouldn't that be very nice? I hear John Adams is not on any currency yet. Perhaps they'll come up with a dollar coin and a temporary striking for him in the future. But George Washington has a coin. Benjamin Franklin has money. Why, even Alexander Hamilton has money when he was never even a president or a member of Congress. He did have a lot to do with the Treasury, I'm sure, but it would be nice to have my husband's handsome visage on currency. Oh, here, I do even have a picture of my husband for you to... Sorry, I should have that handy. There we are. Now, wouldn't that be a very handsome profile on currency?
General Washington. Wow.
Well, I have been invited here to recruit some new troops for the Continental Army.
Oh, recruiting troops?
Yes, and we've got a few. Some of them are a little bit shy of the right height, the age, but they will do. The patriotism shone through, and they will serve quite nicely. And they have been rewarded, unlike many of the actual troops from... They actually did get some payment for their time in the muster.
Well, I can't speak for Mrs. Adams and General Washington, but I'm here because you got a room with this much money in it, it just kind of draws politicians like flies to molasses, you know. And the paper money, by the way, later on, Madam President, you know, I printed it by the millions of dollars.
Well,
and most of it wasn't worth the ink it was printed.
In 1777, likewise, it wasn't
That
what the
sounds
ink
familiar.
was printed on.
Yeah.
Perhaps there's somebody here that I can coerce into getting my husband's picture on some of the continental currency.
Possibly could be.
That'd be nice. John Adams' handsome face on continental currency.
He has a fine profile.
It does.
But it's been a wonderful experience here at the Whitman Collectible Convention, and as for myself, Philadelphia has been a most gracious host.